the unfortunate global pandemic and the response by elected officials, the Board of Assessment Appeals will be conducting the taxpayer appeals through
Zoom.
The entire meeting will be taped and retained by the town of Monroe and available to the media or anyone interested. When you appeal and sign in either by computer, telephone, or attend the meeting in person, the entire meeting will be available on Zoom and the hearing will be heard by the general public. Be advised that you, the taxpayer, will have no expectation of privacy. That's the important one.
Okay.
Because anyone who desires to enter the meeting will be able to do so to hear your arguments and any personal information that you may give. By taking the forthcoming oath and participating in this appeal hearing, you are giving your consent and approval for your information to be made available to the general public.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm gonna.
And I'm sorry, who is everybody here?
Okay, well,
I'm sorry.
Here we go.
Marcy,
Hi, Marcy.
this is Karen.
And that's Victor. Okay.
And he is our
Very good.
chairman.
I'm Dr. Leonard. Hi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do the oath. Do you solemnly swear or solemnly and sincerely affirm, as the case may be, that the evidence that you should give concerning this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God, or upon penalty of perjury?
I do.
Okay, thank you.
How can we help you?
Well, the town thinks I have $31,000 of assessed equipment / property in my medical office, and it's not even anywhere near that. So I felt, over the years, I've just kind of said
Did
these.
you file your,
I did this year. I filed the inventory with the appeal.
before November 1st?
No.
No.
Yeah, so I think I got, I don't know, there's some kind of a,
There is a statutory penalty of 25%, which is a killer. I know, we can't do anything about the 25%. The only
right,
thing-
but I'd like to get back to a real assessment for my office property, because it's mostly furniture that's 10 years old. Our technology budget is very low.
Have you gotten rid of the furniture?
No.
No.
No, so it's
Okay.
depreciated. I have
Okay,
pictures.
sure.
It's a fun office for kids. It's a pediatric office, but it's a primary care office. I don't have any specialized medical equipment other than what a doctor would bring in a bag.
Right.
So I just think that assessment is very high, and I'd like to, moving forward, adjust it to where a more realistic assessment.
Did
for-
they, when they assessed you, did they assess you as if you were Gold's Gym? I mean, that you
I have no
were
idea.
like Dr. Oz or something?
I have no idea. I got a thing in the mail that says it's $31,000 worth of assessment.
Yeah, he went up from 25,380 to 31,730.
But it's not even 25.
Well,
it's totally wrong.
But now that we have that,
Right.
we have something to go by.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
You're
So I have pictures here. So I have, you guys are welcome to keep these. So let me just explain the office. So it's 501 Main Street, which is right next to Roberto's. It's a little less than 1,800 square feet.
Just, it's 501, I thought it was 531.
No,
No.
501.
501.
Okay, let me just try to put this down.
Sure.
501 Main Street.
Main Street, second floor. That is the brick office building next to Roberto's restaurant. And I have the front, looking at the building, I would have the front right corner, which is a little less than 1,800 square feet. And basically what the office has as a layout, it has sort of a little ante room, then it has a fairly large room, waiting room for the kids. It has a sink room, like a wash sink. Doesn't have a bathroom actually in the office space. It has 2 medical exam rooms that have things you would need for medical exam room. They have a lab that carries the vaccine refrigerators and any kind of labs that I do when you're testing things like that.
Do you have your own X-ray equipment or ultrasound or anything like that?
Nothing like that. Basic primary care pediatrics. And then there's 2, I would call them office working areas. There's
EKG machine?
Nope. See, there's a front office reception booth that we do a lot of work in, and that's got our scanner and our copy machine and fax machine all in one. And then there's a little cut through. I'll show you the pictures. It's cut through. There's a second business office where I have my students kind of sit and they do their clinical paperwork and things like that. And then in the very front of the office, so front of the building or the back of the office, we have I would call it a multi-purpose room. It's got a small refrigerator. It's got some seats for the students to do their work and study. It's got a table that I got from Goodwill. It's got a shredding machine. It's got a microwave and a table to put down paperwork and binders.
So you have students as well as patients?
I have PA students and nurse practitioners.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So
cool.
So if you want to look at that, I can explain anything on these. So I took as best of pictures as I can. I'm not a realtor, but I took as best of pictures as I have. But I'm just showing the actual physical things in the office. That first page, that's the waiting.
It's really great photos.
Yeah, I was surprised I could print off my camera, my smartphone.
That's good.
Good.
That's the little wash area. It's a little rack that we have off to the side.
So now last year you were assessed,
I don't know what I've done with this with the pandemic. I don't know who I filed with or what. I mean,
then it
filed.
went up, you're saying.
Yeah, but it's gotten to a point now where I
So
think I
now, so, you know, but this is
Reset.
important, all right, because he put down what he actually had here,
Mhm.
all right, so.
yeah. That is sorry, are those the computers we have two Macintosh computers. One is from 2008. The other is from 2010-ish.
Scan snap. that's a good
Those are
scanner.
great scanner. That scanner has, I bought that originally. That's been 10 years old. So pretty much all the equipment in the office is fairly vintage.
Are they charging you for any equipment that you no longer have?
We purchased it when I set up the office. I was at 731 Main Street when I set the office up.
Okay, but now you've moved here at 501, because when they did the form,
Yeah, we got flooded out.
they put the wrong address. They said property 731 Main Street.
That was our original. That was more than 6 years ago.
Oh, I can see they're up to date.
Now what is
Why don't you
that?
pass
I'm
this
sorry.
down?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the furniture is IKEA, which was budget back 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's held up very well. I'm surprised, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's, you're
Yeah.
lucky.
Yeah. I had a good team putting it together. That was the key.
I don't have any questions.
No, I don't either. You know,
So
we
how-
have your disclosure, and we'll take a look at it.
Yeah,
Now, I have to tell you, we will make a decision about 10 days, 2 weeks or so. If you like our decision, that's wonderful. If you don't like our decision, the only remedy you have is to appeal directly to the Superior Court. That's called a de novo appeal. You don't need an attorney, but it's always better to have one. And what they do is they take all the appeals and they send them to New Britain, because that is where all the tax and administrative appeals are heard.
okay. Can we keep this?
Sure. Sure. Do you want me to label? Actually, I didn't label them because I thought I would be
No.
showing them.
I think they're self-explanatory.
Yeah, that's all the rooms in the office.
They're good,
And they're good pick. I tried to make them contiguous so you could kind of see what.
okay.
The one other thing I wanted to make sure you understand is that there is a short window. You only get 60 days from the day you get it till you appeal. So if you decide you wanted to wait until September, you're too late.
Well, I think you guys will do the right thing, and the evidence is right there.
You have
And I'd like to,
more
moving
binder,
forward, I'd like to
please?
have a,
More binder, please?
Yeah, Caroline has a little.
One big one, a little one?
Yeah, a big German one.
So do you have any other questions for
I
us?
don't, I mean, I just moving forward, I'd like the building properly assessed to start from there. But we really haven't made much additions from the opening. I opened in 2011.
Well, it's basically, what you have, it's, people that are surprised when they are charged with supplies. So, and make sure you get in the future, everything, think Halloween.
Yeah.
It's scary. If you don't get your disclosure in by Halloween, and like town hall closes at 1:30 on Fridays. So if you don't get it in, you have to have it stamped
I know.
or, by the post office or something to show that it's timely. There was one person actually who came in, found the assessor's office closed, went to the first selectman's office and said,
Okay.
could you stamp this?
That's a
Stamp
good
it.
idea.
That's good.
Excellent.
So that's good.
Yeah.
So, that worked.
Okay.
What is that?
That's me.
That's you.
That's
Okay.
me. Somebody looking for me.
That's only looking for you. Okay.
You guys know the old Star Trek? Do you remember the old
Yes,
Star
I
Trek
do.
with Captain Kirk?
Yeah.
That is the tone when he's communicator, like
Oh, no.
Scotty's trying to call him, I put it on.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
And you can tell by our hair, we're old enough to the original Star
Oh,
Trek.
the original Star Trek is so, if you actually watch, actually it's on TV now. If you
Oh,
actually
yeah.
watch it, the themes and the things that they, took it to task in terms of societal issues and social issues, and really very profound.
Oh, yeah.
50 years later.
Very,
Yeah.
very prescient.
If I was a little guy, I was only past the 60s last.
Yeah, William Shatner just turned 91.
Really?
Yeah.
He went in
He went in
space.
space last
He
year.
went in space.
They shot him up in,
Yeah, good
what's
for
his
him.
name's, private rocket.
I did not know
Lord.
Did you
that.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He went in Blue Origin.
Yeah, only a
Yeah.
couple months ago.
Well, I have something to look forward to.
There you go.
Good for him. God bless.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we will take that
All
into
right.
consideration and you will get our.
Can I, how does that come in? By
It's all
mail?
mailed to you.
Yeah.
There you
And
go.
if you don't get it within a reasonable period of time,
Give him a
the
call.
assessor's office and invite them.
Okay, and you do have the inventory that I sent you, right? That's part of
And
this.
now,
Yes.
now I don't know if they will send it to 501 or to 73 Riding Ridge.
That's fine, that's my home address. So I think all those things come, that's where the LLC is based out of.
Okay,
That home address.
because most likely the address that you give on the form, that's the address.
That's what I have on this.
And that's what they'll send.
Okay, well, thank you for your time.
Thank
If
you.
you have any
Thank you very
questions,
much.
please call. Don't hesitate to call.
Okay.
And again, most of the things in the office are at least looking at 10, 11 years old.
Yeah,
Hanging in there, which is good.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a good
Thank
thing.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right, have a good one. Thank you.
You too.
Thank you.
I'm 6.5 weeks out of open heart surgery.
How are you? God bless. My dad had a double bypass.
I had triple and a valve.
Bless
You
you.
feel good? You look good.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
I'm
awesome.
doing
It's
all
amazing
right.
what they can do now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I went on the 7th of February. All right, and he says, all right, when do you want to go home? I said, I want to be home for Super Bowl. So I'm
Okay.
home on the 12th.
Okay.
All right, he said, okay.
There we go. What a good surgeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Doers,
Out of, yeah, Fishbrook.
Bridgeport,
Fishbrook.
yeah.
Yeah, they kind of kicked us out. I don't get down to the hospital much anymore.
No.
COVID, they don't let the, community pediatricians
Yeah.
much anymore.
Well, this COVID is just so, it scares them.
Yeah,
One of my brothers, he was,
everything's being recorded.
I know that, he was suffering from pancreatic cancer. And he was being treated at Sloan Kettering. And when he went there one day, if he was getting chemo, they took his temperature and they said, oops, you have COVID. And he did. And instead of sending him to Columbia Presbyterian,
Yeah.
they kept him and they gave him the hydroxychloroquine. He was home for 2 weeks. And he didn't live anyway because of the cancer.
Terrible cancer.
But, he got over the COVID.
So hopefully it's behind us.
I hope
It was,
so.
thank God it wasn't really a pediatric condition, which is
Oh,
good.
thank goodness. I don't know if you're old enough to remember getting the polio and then saving
I was a little, I mean, I don't remember that as a kid, but that was right around the time that I was a kid.
1950s.
Late
Yeah, that
fifties, I was mid-60s.
Yeah, 55, I think they were giving us when I was in school. They made us line up to take the sugar cube little pink dot. That was the saving, I think, about the.
This song, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, glad you're doing well. You look great. That's awesome. And
76.
very good.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, they told me I have 15 to 20 with time off for bad behavior.
I'm gonna tell his wife that.
Okay, well, it's on recording. Very good.
Thank you
Take care. Have a
very
wonderful
much.
weekend. Thank
You
you
too.
for listening to my papers. And
Okay.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much. Bye-bye. Oh,
Yeah.
he's a pediatrician. And he apparently gives classes for nurse practitioners,
Oh.
so that's
What a
really
nice guy.
He does, very, very nice guy.
So, I mean, do we figure out depreciation because he's got like old stuff there?
No,
No,
But how do,
he gave us his declaration, like the one I came in late.
okay,
To me, it looked good.
okay, well, we'll take.
So normally what we do, and I don't, we'll probably
Yeah.
further deliberate, okay, is that we can set him back to that number plus the penalty.
Right,
All right, can't do anything about the penalty.
the penalty,
All
right,
right,
agreed,
that's,
right,
that states
Right.
that.
that's what we've normally done in the past.
right.
You know,
All
but
right,
the thing
we'll
is,
look
he
at it.
brought it, he brought
He
a lot
put
of.
a lot of information,
material.
so,
Absolutely.
okay, yes, pay the penalty, but can we do something
Yes,
about the value of
we
the,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The penalty will be on the new value.
right, right.
You know, we'll see.
Okay.
In fact, you want to do him now while we're thinking about it?
Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's like jumping over here.
Okay,
And then AT&T Mobility at 1:00, if they don't come before we leave.
oh, yeah, that'll see.
Maybe this was.
If somebody looks like they're on a mission here. Oh, no,
No.
guess not, okay.
Okay, so if you wanted to do that,
Yes.
all right, let's,
He was a nice guy.
He was, and he brought enough material in so we can look at it, make a
He
decision.
was just good at visual.
okay, so, all right, his declaration that he filled out in February and submitted late, had a market value of 47.83.
Okay,
Okay, and you see me, everything's listed. Right, he's got it all, all the boxes checked,
okay,
all right, disposable assets, none. All right, so acquisition costs. No. Then he's got some numbers here. Section 16 for the furniture. All right, he calls the 3249. Good number. How do we know? We got pictures. All right.
when you
he's got-
say 32, it means 3,200
100,
or
is that
1,000?
what you said?
No.
No, I don't, I think it's
3,200.
3,200, yeah.
No, he's being
Okay, that's what,
being
yeah,
assessed 31,000.
yeah, that's a good one.
Come on,
Yeah, then,
I mean,
No,
this
his-
is older
his-
stuff, I mean, it's in good condition, but.
his computers, all right, he says are 834.
Yeah, he had old ones, I
Yeah.
think, what, two thousand and
His phone
eight or
system is
something?
450. His medical supplies are 3,000. All right, so he's, as of October 1st, he claims to have $4,783.
That's the total?
That's the total.
What did he have in prior years?
Well,
Do they have a list there?
yeah, they were, that's what I'm saying, they were whacking them. 25,000 last year.
And they always, and that included the penalty, the 25% penalty?
Yeah, 25, 25, 25, 25.
Oh, so he hasn't done
He is
anything in
always
years.
late.
Years.
It was
Yeah.
always
He
late.
started off in 16 without a penalty. or 2011 rather.
Okay, so then,
From then on.
then Rich came in.
You know, I've been having trouble with my computer at home. And people are telling me that they can't send me stuff because, right, it's too full. All right, and they keep on deleting all this. Do you realize that the stuff you send people is also a file?
Yes,
I
you
didn't
gotta
know
delete that, you gotta delete your junk, then you have to delete your trash twice.
Well,
To
you know, I
permanently
do
delete.
that. I did my trash, my spam and all that kind of stuff. I realized that was, you know, and then we're still getting everything bounced back. All right, especially big files. All right, at the send file, when I looked in there, there are 83 pages going back to 2015.
Oh, geez. Delete.
So I've been doing 20 a day.
You know, when I do it, I sit because I get to wait, watching TV, and I just like delete.
You know what I
Junk.
do? If it's important, it's saved.
Yeah.
If it's not important, it all goes out. I
Okay.
do it monthly. So
Yeah,
anything that I have for the prior month, I know if it's important, it is saved.
Sure.
Even communications, emails,
Oh,
I can
yeah.
save them.
yeah.
Well, once I save the email, I just get rid of everything.
See, now, that's only my personal. The real estate one,
I know. real
everything goes to
estate
the
is
cloud,
insane.
so I don't have to worry about it.
Okay,
All right, I don't know about your company, but my company, everything goes to the cloud.
okay, so what are we gonna do with them?
Okay.
You wanna write it up?
So, yeah, I want to write it up.
This guy's getting,
He's getting homes.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is old stuff. These
Okay,
computers were 2008,
so what we'll
2009.
do is,
Come on.
let's see.
Yeah, but it's not, you don't, sometimes people are very nice. You can't do something because they're nice or
Oh,
do
no, but he
something.
comes in, he's got
But
his
he has
information,
the
he's not
information.
yelling, I need this,
Oh.
you know.
There was what was his name? Marty, I forgot his last name. Vic knows who I mean. This man was the,
Already.
when you think of nasty, his picture shows up.
Yeah.
Oh, my
But
God.
this is what I'm saying, he didn't
But
come
you know
in
something?
demanding,
But he came in with paperwork.
right,
If he came in with paperwork and he was right, then he got
Right.
something.
I
If he
agree,
didn't come in with paperwork, that's another issue.
right.
Okay, so, the board agrees with the comment.
Mhm.
All right, we're gonna give him his, the 4783, plus the penalty. All right, so 4783.
So the change is from 31,000
Yeah,
to, what was it, for what?
huh?
What was the,
Yeah,
to four,
31,730.
31,730.
All right, and we have to round up to the nearest dollar, so it will be 59.79.
59.79.
That's with the penalty.
And that's with the penalty?
Yes,
Okay, what is it without the penalty?
without the penalty, it was the 4783.
47.83 plus 25% equals, okay.
You could see, the pictures were good.
Oh, it was excellent.
He did a good job.
He did, and he didn't, I mean, it drives me up a wall when people come in empty-handed.
Yeah.
You know, just see my pretty face. They have to, I mean, whether you
Oh, it was
like
like
them or
when they go to Judge Judy and she goes, okay, so where's the letter you received?
right.
Oh, well, we forgot it. Then she starts, you know, and she goes,
Oh, I know.
but think about it. You're going to court or you're coming here
This
and you
is,
come empty-handed.
this is a quasi judicial agency.
Right,
And the same rules apply, but, you know, we don't, you know, it's not like, you know, exhibits the way they do it in court, but you have to come in with something.
it's something.
If you don't come in, you can have the prettiest face, And if you're nasty and you have the proper documentation, I mean, it's, you know, it's not a popularity contest. It's
Right.
do you have the paperwork?
Exactly.
And he came with the paperwork.
Mhm.
I hope in the future he will fill out his declaration.
Yeah.
Do it on time. Why is he paying this penalty? That's dumb.
Can I say
I
something?
think they should.
Because my husband's office is in Fairfield. Fairfield, not only do they send you a card, they send you a form. And then there's a cover letter that says, if you want, you can fill out this form, mail it by such and such a day, blah, blah. Or you can go online. And you go online, because we go online all the time. You go
Sure.
online and it remembers what you had the prior
Oh,
year.
the previous, yeah.
Nice.
That's
And
nice.
then you can make your changes.
Hi, guys.
Hi, you have the public coming in,
Yeah.
so, all right,
Don't
no,
lock the door.
Don't
all right, no one thought to tell me that, so.
Well, we're telling.
We're
you
gonna
that.
No,
Be here
that's why I
until
saw
4.
you guys here, so, okay, all right,
All right.
then
Ish.
the night guy that'll be here, make sure. he
Harry?
knows to- Yeah,
Okay.
make sure.
And now,
knows
what
to
time
lock
does he
those.
come in?
On Fridays, usually before 30, but on Fridays, sometimes he'll come in like maybe before 2, maybe.
Okay.
Could you leave a note for him or something? Because do we have, are we
I
gonna,
don't have a key for the door.
we don't have a key to lock up.
right, I'm
Last
gonna-
week we did.
I'm
Last.
gonna call my boss and have him, because my boss has to remind him of something else too, so.
Okay,
so.
well, thank you so much.
What's your name? I
Don't touch
forget.
the walls, that's not to be
Steve.
done.
Yeah, tell me about it. Are you guys here tomorrow?
No.
Oh.
Hopefully we'll wrap
I
this
will
up.
be.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, have a good one then.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, you
Uh,
wanna put that around for signature?
yeah.
Looks so nice.
Yeah, I know.
Supposed to get, supposed to get almost 60.
I was 63 when I
But then
came in.
Oh, really?
Let's get cold again.
Oh, Monday's supposed to be brutal.
Really? What's?
33 for
Do we
high.
need
Oh.
to sign?
Yeah. Don't forget that. Pencil in there.
Cross off Jonathan.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate, I thought he did a very nice job. I liked his photographs, because that is,
I
Yeah.
write in my name
Yeah.
there, right?
Yes, well, print it
Yeah,
over there
print
and
it,
then
yeah.
sign over it. Yeah,
Right,
we've done it before.
right.
So,
Whew.
yeah, well, I was gonna say something, I lost my train of thought.
No. Wasn't saying it. You know, it's funny, he did put 501. And
Yeah.
they put the old address.
Yes, I saw that.
Don't lock me up, I'll be back.
That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
While we're waiting, do you want to just start deliberating and get some of the old ones?
The old ones
Yeah.
out. We may as well. Why not?
Yeah, and that, now he said, now this new one is, let's see, 130, and he's not here either.
Yeah,
And so it looks like AT&T Mobility might well be a no-show.
okay,
And Pivotal Thinking might be a no-show, so let's just keep that in mind.
Let's work on what we had.
And now I would like to go on the record, if these people wake up and want to come in anytime, the answer is no.
no,
Well, you have an appointment.
Yeah.
right.
Okay,
Look at the DMV. They tell you, take a hike.
okay, which one do you want to start with? Let's see.
Okay, which one?
Well, I was gonna flip over the list and
Okay,
Okay.
start at the,
okay, we're gonna have, I'm gonna make a this.
I did mine.
All right, the first one I have is that Flori Francisco Rodriguez.
The one I.
okay,
That was
well, it's
240.
all right if you wanna go in that
Which one?
order.
And that was.
Oh, 30.
I'm not
Okay,
in, I'm not in the same.
I'll find it.
Now, I think that one,
Okay, hang on, let me see.
okay, but my memory says that one went to Dave to be looked, because we.
Yeah, I already put that in the down plan. No?
No, because Dave,
Oh,
and
okay.
he was supposed to inspect the place, and if you couldn't get in to inspect it, there's nothing you can do. That's a very nice location. I really have a hard
Okay,
time.
so you want to
Yeah,
do
I've got him.
okay, let's do this.
All right, make an appointment with Dave to have viewed.
Okay, now. when you-
Okay,
Definitely.
Okay,
he was not able to get it.
okay,
However, all right, they made some suggestions.
Okay.
All right, he said that what he would do is a 2% functional adjustment. 1%,
there you go.
1% for the roof line and wall heights,
For roof line.
and wall heights. You just look at the picture. You know, that's online. And 1% for the rock and the trim work,
Okay,
all right? So, I'm not making any other,
oh, wait, Rodriguez is coming on.
huh?
I see he's coming on.
Really?
Turn around here.
Oh,
So he's gonna make a 2% adjustment then.
well,
Well, I don't see him on yet.
Just, let's finish this. guy,
Yes, let's
get
finish this
out of
one.
the way.
Good afternoon, everyone.
hello,
How are you?
okay.
We see your
Here we
name.
go.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
here we go. Yes. How are you?
Oh, sitting up. Now, are you the individual that was not well?
Yes.
How are you feeling now?
I'm feeling much better, thank you. And thank you so much for accommodating me and postponing the hearing. I really appreciate it.
All right, now, before we start, I have to read you a statement because as you know, you're on Zoom.
Yes.
And it says, because of the unfortunate global pandemic and the response by elected officials, the Board of Assessment Appeals, when it is conducting appeals through the internet format of Zoom, the entire meeting will be taped and retained by the town of Monroe and available to the media or anyone interested. When you appeal and sign in either by computer, telephone, or attend the meeting in person, the entire meeting will be available on Zoom, and the hearing can be heard by the general public entering the meeting. So be advised that you, the taxpayer, will have no expectation of any privacy. Anyone who desires to enter the meeting will be able to do so, hear your arguments, and any personal information that you may give. By taking the forthcoming oath and participating in this appeal, you are giving your consent and approval for your information to be made available to the general public. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay.
I'm going to, excuse me, I'm gonna read you the oath. Do you
Oh.
solemnly swear or solemnly and sincerely affirm, as the case may be, that the evidence that you give concerning this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or upon penalty of perjury?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, so now, how can we help you?
So here's why I asked to be heard. Obviously, you know, I'm the owner of 64 Mustang Drive, and my husband and I, obviously not by myself. My husband and I are the owners of 64 Mustang Drive. Just before the pandemic, we had decided to initiate an addition to our house, an in-law suite, to accommodate my father. I lost my mom about 5 years ago. Things were getting hard for him. And we decided to expand our home to include an in-law suite for my dad. And that construction began sometime just before the onset of the pandemic and went on through 2020. And so,
Excuse me, did you get a permit?
yes, of course, yes. We went through the city, we had all the permits, the Monroe visited the site periodically throughout, because It's a very, I'm sure you guys know, it's a very convoluted process. There are permits at the beginning, and then there are permits during the course of the construction, and at every phase, it has to be inspected. But yeah, so all of that was done. That's not an issue. So towards the end, I believe, of 2020, I think there was a visit by the assessor. And I apologize, I don't have the exact date when I first received the notice that the property had been reassessed for tax purposes. Now, clearly, we were aware, of course, that having made an addition to the house of an in-law suite would increase the likely tax assessment of the house. So we're fully expecting to be reassessed at the conclusion of the construction. And that assessment was in fact done like immediately upon the completion of the construction.
The date?
What was the date?
I don't have the date in front of me, but I can tell you that this past approximately end of 2021. No, it was before. I want to say summer of 20, sometime between, I want to say probably third quarter of 2020, like quarter 3, somewhere between September, October, November
Of 2021 or 20?
of 2020, because was it 2020? No, 2021. It would have been 2021. Yeah. 2021, because my last tax payment this past January, it already included the increase. So my taxes were increased about $4,000, and the payment that I made this past January included that increase in taxes. And so I thought, okay, we were reassessed. This is the new assessment. And we made our payment in January as we were supposed to do. And then subsequent to that, I get another notice for another assessment. And that's the one that we appealed. And the reason for that was I visited the assessor's office when I went to file the appeal, had an opportunity to speak to the assessor. And I apologize, I don't recall his name, but he was in the office. He was kind enough to talk to me and try to explain to me what his process or his thinking was. And he said that he had assessed my home or the new construction at 95% completed. And, I thought he had assessed it at 100% completed because my taxes went up $4,000. And the town, of course, had all of the floor plans. He had visited the construction site. He saw it on the outside. And what he said to me was, oh, but when I went, the last time that I went, your husband said they were still finishing a few things inside. So I jotted down as 95% completed. And my argument is this, I'm not, and I want to be clear, I'm not disputing the market value or whatever, value he accorded the home at the conclusion of the addition. What I'm disputing is that there was any further increase from that in the market based on us having to finish the last 5% of whatever was left to do, because I'm sure that what was left to do were things like painting the walls and putting in, the frames of the doors and just finishing those last bit of finishings inside, none of which should have any bearing upon the actual market value of the house. So that, he judged the construction based on the floor. He knew the footage, he knew how many rooms, how many bathrooms, he saw the construction completely finished from the outside, so whether or not I paint a wall or whether or not I finish putting in a frame of a door is not going to reflect or increase the market value of my house. So that's the only thing that I am asking the board to reconsider, is that we are going to be reassessed again to add like value to this 5% of this construction that was apparently not completely finished the last time that he went and visited the property to assess the house. That's why I'm here.
For that addition,
Yes.
did you actually build an addition, or did you like convert a garage or something?
No,
What did
no,
you do?
no. 900 square feet were added to the house. We added, and then
How many?
900.
I think it was
900
about 900 square feet, yeah.
And then that second, you're saying that the second 5%, what did they change your tax rate for?
You know, I don't know what the amount or the tax consequence of that 5% is. I don't think the letter had, it had the value of the house, but not the tax consequence, if you will. It had the new tax value of the house. But I don't know what that's, I haven't received another bill to know what the tax consequence of that new value is.
Well, we will take a look.
I have to take this, I'm sorry.
Okay. We will take a look at the situation and you will get a decision in about 10 days, 2 weeks. If you're happy with our decision, that's wonderful. If we're not happy, the only remedy that you have is to appeal at the Superior Court level. That's a de novo hearing, and you would file an appeal in the Bridgeport Superior Court. All the administrative agencies and tax appeals are then sent up to New Britain. Now, I have to caution you that from the time you get your decision, you only have 60 days. That's not even 2 months. You have 60 days to appeal. If you decide to wait till September or October, you're too late. It's a short window.
Okay,
So
I mean, yeah,
Okay, so we will take
hoping we
that,
can,
we will take that under consideration and we'll get our decision.
all right, great. Thank you so much. I really
Thanks.
appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right, take care. And I hope whoever had their issue of health issue is feeling better as well.
Okay, and feel good.
Thanks.
Try not to get sick again.
I know. Trust me, I'm trying. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
So, we're trying to keep healthy. Okay,
All right, take care.
thank you.